Hello, my name's Jason and welcome to another episode of me painting. Today we have a 20 by 16 canvas up and I've covered it with a very thin, even coat of liquid white. Now if you want to know how to apply liquid white, then click on the link here, or you can click on the link in the description below. Right, let's get started on this one. Let's put in some sky. Let's get some sky. Let's get the palette as well. We need a palette of colours. Now let's use some Prussian Blue. Let's tap the big old 2-inch brush into some Prussian Blue. Now for our sky, let's start in this corner. Just using little X's, these little X strokes, like that. Start at the top, and then you work down, so it gets lighter and lighter towards the horizon, so it mixes with a liquid white. Okay. Now, where's our sky going to go to? Let's bring it down to say about here. Something like that. Okay, then we can always add a little bit more blue and put it in the corners, at the top. That'll do. Don't want to get too fussy. Then using a clean, dry 2-inch brush, let's just blend this a little bit. Get rid of the brush strokes. Go across. Get rid of those bits. Okay, that'll do. Now I want some clouds in this one, around this area. Some clouds. Maybe we'll use the fan brush. We'll use got the number 6 fan today. Number 6. Let's just grab some white. White on the titanium white on the number 6. And let's get rid of that hair. Let's put in a cloud there. Just spinning the bristles. Some white. Just giving it a spin. That cloud there, and maybe there's one sort of here. And maybe there's one sort of there and there. Who knows? Whatever you like. And with the 2-inch brush, you can just blend the base, and lift up, then across, lightly. Let's go over this one. And this can just go straight across there. And then this one here needs a bit of blending at the base of the cloud. And then give it a lift. And then across. And you can go all the way over that one. Nice, simple, easy little sky. Okay. Back to our brush. Let's use some of this bluey colour with our white. So what we want to do is create some hills in the distance. Grabbing a bit of crimson as well, just to warm that colour up. But let's say there's a maybe there's a hill there. Maybe there's a mountain there. Let's just put him in and just pull it out, and maybe in front of him there's a hill sort of here. sort of pulling the colour out. Okay. There's it sort of goes there. A bit of a hill there as well. Maybe this one's in front of that one to get a bit more colour. Okay, there's another bit of a hill here as well. Okay, now I want to add a little bit of snow on that mountain, just an indication. So I'll just grab another fan brush, get a little bit of white on it. I'll just sort of pull a little bit down. On some of the areas. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Just a indication. A little bit of blue on this side. Okay, now on these hills we want to start putting a bit of colour on. So let's grab a bit of Sap Green, still with our bluish colour, just a bit of Sap Green in there. And this hill's in front, so I'll start adding colour. I can actually either tap like this using the roundness of the brush. Give it a little bit of interest. Maybe this one has as well. Tap a bit of colour on it. This is all quite far away, all distant, so let's just grab a 1-inch brush. Let's just mist the base of that. Just tapping it. And this one as well. Just giving it a tap. Okay. I'll do. There's the distant area, and then maybe there's another hill in front of that, but we want to go a bit darker now. So let's grab some Prussian Blue, bit of Midnight Black, Sap Green, VanDyke Brown, and let's have, there's a hill here. Along there. Okay, and then using the 2-inch brush, pull some of that down. Just pull that down. Then across. And what I want to do is actually darken the water. I've just pulled that down, and now I'm thinking, you know, I want that water darker. So what I'm going to do is grab some Prussian Blue, Midnight Black, Prussian Blue and Midnight Black. I want this water to be quite dark. Let's put it in. This is actually a based on a place that I've been to, the Lake District, and the water was dark. It sort of came along like that. Get a bit more midnight black. Maybe a tiny bit. Phthalo Green in places. Maybe a tiny bit of crimson as well. Okay, that's better. It's more the colours that I need. So let's start working on this area. Let's put in a few trees, but first we'll put in some grass. Let's get some grass. So I'm just pulling it out and then give it a little push up. So I'll get some grass on my bristles. And here we can start tapping in to this little grassy area. Thinking about the angles. Working in layers. Working in layers. There's a few trees. Let's grab a number 3 fan brush, and I'm going to grab some midnight black and sap green. Make quite a dark colour. And then up here there's some trees that sort of come down here. I'm just going to pull down. Something like that, and then there's a few on this bank as well. Just an indication it's quite far off. Let's get back into our grass. Yellows and sap green. Let's start putting in this bit of land here. Again, thinking about the layers. Okay, now you can put a little bit of this colour in the water as well. Grab a 2-inch brush, just pull that down and go across. Okay, right, now this water, it all sort of flows, so I'm going to grab a fan brush and get into some of this white, titanium white. Now there's a sort of flows along here, so I want to try and get this flat. Putting the indication of a few little wavy bits. And keep stepping back, having a look. Have a look, see if it's what you're after. And then back here there's a few little white bits. Okay, so now I want to put some land there. So let's get the 1-inch brush. Let's grab some of this black and brown. Black, brown, let's get crimson as well. And some sap green, doesn't matter. And we've got some land that's up here. It goes in front of that. Our nice hill that we put there. It goes in front of that. So right there. Yeah. And using the liner brush, just gone into a little bit of paint thinner. Let's get some of this brown. Some of this brown here. Spin your bristles. And we've got a few trees, so let's use a liner brush to put in the trunks. Put them in wherever they are. And you want to spend a lot of time on this. Take your time. I'm sort of rushing a little bit to get it done, so you're not watching me for hours and hours. So that would be a bit boring for you. If you do want to watch longer episodes, then there is a link in the description for the ones that are on Vimeo. I go into a bit more detail, take a bit more time. But like I say, when you're doing it, you've got plenty of time. Take your time. Okay, that'll do for a few little trees. Now let's grab this filbert brush, and I'll grab some of this black and green actually. Some black and sap green. And we'll use the shape of the filbert to put in our tops of our trees, just to give it that roundedness. Using the filbert brush works well. And have a look at the trees that you've seen and think about how they look when you're putting the trees in your painting. Don't just throw on a load of colour and hope for the best. Try and think about all the branches. And maybe have a look at a tree in your garden. Put that one in. Maybe you've got a photo of a tree you like. There we go. Let's start pulling some of that colour down as well. Let's pull some of this colour down into the water and go across. And And now we can, back to our filbert brush, dip into a little bit of liquid white, and we can go into our yellow and green, tap, make a thinner paint, and then we can highlight this in where the light's coming from. Just coming from this way. Just here and there. Highlight it. Thinking about the light though. Thinking about where the individual branches are. Working layers. Maybe there's a bit more yellow ochre in this one. Go back to the other colour. This one. Leave some of the dark areas. And then can start putting in some grassy areas on here. Just leave some dark so your light shows. You want the dark area. Okay, now maybe we can have a few rocks, because it does actually have like a rocky area. So let's grab a bit of brown, a bit of white, brown and white, touch that bit of that blue in there. Let's use this bit of brown and white. Very light pressure, we can put in an indication of a rocky bits. Okay. Grab the old filbert brush, tap. Like that. Give it a tap. Picking out the light bits. Okay, maybe I'll grab a little bright red here and there. Just for something different. Okay, let's start working over here. Grab some more white on the fan brush. And then we've got sort of a swell there. And there's another one back there. And about there. And we can put a little bit of white sort of underneath here. And then I'm going to pull some of this back a little bit. Okay, because what it was a little bit rough that day. There was some little splashes here and there. There was a lot of water around. Okay, let's start working on this bank bit. You got We've got some black, some blue, some brown. Black, blue, brown. We're just throwing it in. Let's go a bit darker. Okay, and grab some grass. Just give it a little push. Put some grass in here. Let's just tap in. Just tap in. Need some of the dark areas. And we've got a bush there. And we get some dark, some Prussian blue and some black, some brown, some green, loads of colours, and then just touch. Have a little bush there. That'll do. And let's grab another 1-inch brush. Dip in some liquid white. Go into your yellow. Just pull in one direction. Pull in one direction. And you'll get a little bush shape in your paint. You get one of those on your bristles. And then go to your painting and just touch and push up. Touch and push lightly. It's light pressure, so you've got a thin paint and then using light pressure to get that lacy effect. Okay, then using the knife, you can scrape in a few little sticks and twigs, whatever you like. You can even get your colour again and go over some of them, just to send them in a little bit, and then maybe with a liner. With a liner, we get some of this green. Spin the bristles. Maybe there's some clump of grass there. Maybe over here as well as some more. Just sort of going more of that grass. And then what you could do, if you want to, you can get a little bit of this yellow, and then you put a few lighter ones in amongst it. Something like that. Then I feel like this is a bit too light here, so I'm just going to grab a bit more of this green and black. Just give it a tap around this brush. And then what I can do, using my other brush, I can grab some colour. Just tap this, using the side of the brush. Okay. So I'm just using the side. create like this effect. Just gives it quite a lot of depth. The paint's quite thick. There's a little red on this brush. I feel like I could put a little bit of that in there. Yeah. Go back over with the yellow just to soften it. Just to change the flavour a little bit. Okay, let's get a little bright red. Spin the bristles. And I'll just give this one a little squiggle down here. J, B, that's me. And a little bird there, and the masters. So, thanks very much for watching this painting. It's a little bit different to the ones I've done before, and definitely good fun to do. So, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers, bye.